Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In case you're seeing my face for the first time, my name is Tosi. I film from Lagos, Nigeria. I do videos on self-improvement, self-development, and everything nice. And in case you've been here before, you already know you are welcome back, Marioji. I'm so happy to have you here once again. So guys, today we're going to be talking on how to make a self-improvement plan. Without further ado, let's get into video. I like to mention I have a video on self-improvement and self-improvement tips. I'm going to link it in my description box. Please check it out. So we're going to be talking about practical plans. These are plans that if you want to improve your life, improve yourself, and you don't know how to start, these are the little strategy I have for you guys. So yeah, this is actually the plan that I used for myself. So it's gonna work. Yeah, just try it. So guys, the first plan is to reevaluate your life. Now what I mean by that is to look at yourself like way back, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago. What don't you like? What do you want to improve and why? You always have to look at it, reevaluate your life. To me, I had to reevaluate my life. I was like, you know what, I'm going to sit back and look at my life. How has my life planned out? And for me, my life, when I looked at it backward, it was like I had so much potentials to do so much things in my mind and in my head, but I was staying in a box, if you understand what I mean. To me, I was too comfortable. That was what was my own situation. I was just too comfortable in a box. I was in a box and I could feel that I was in a box. So all of a sudden, I became uncomfortable and I wanted to improve my life. And I was like, okay, so what's the plan? So the first thing I had to do was to reevaluate, reflect, and look at my life. Look at my life where look at my life, where I was coming from, and I was like, okay, so why do I want to improve myself? So it's always very important, which is your number one plan, is your number one strategy to improving yourself. You have to look at yourself, you have to reevaluate yourself, you have to reflect on yourself, and you have to ask yourself why you need to improve or evolve or level up your life. It is very, very important. So the next one is to list out the areas of your life that you want to improve. Sorry guys, that you want to improve is very, very important. For me, I had to list everything, to my finance that I am trying to struggle with right now. I will not struggle with my finance in Jesus' name, but if you understand what I mean, how to manage my money right. I had to list out finance, the way I look, what I do, so many things like in my life personally. I had to list everything down. So it's always very important in your areas, in the areas of your life. Sorry guys, I'm looking at my notes. In the areas of your life, list everything down. From your finance, list it. The way you look, list it. Work, list it. Profession, list it. Skills, list it. List everything. And when you're done listing everything, now just tick like an arrow or an equal sign or something, and how you want to improve on that thing. I will use myself as an example. I like to use myself as an example, guys. I really have to use myself as an example. For me, I knew that I had issues with I didn't have good relationship with money. It's not like I have money. It got to a point in my life I'm like, I make a lot of money, oh, if you look at this, but it was all going to clothes. So I stopped buying clothes. I am proud to tell you guys, for the past 2 years, I've not bought clothes unnecessarily. And that doesn't mean I won't buy clothes, but at least I have it in plan that okay, if I buy this clothes, I'm not going to buy for the next how many years or for the next year or something. And if I'm buying clothes, I'm buying what I can wear. I think that was one thing that killed me. I bought a lot of things that I couldn't wear. I just liked it and I picked it. I bought a lot of things that are not what are they are wants, but I don't need them. So it's always very, very important on how to improve on it. Whatever it is it your look? Do you want to change your look? Look for the plan. What's your plan? I want to change my look. Do something about it. Do you understand? If it's the way your body is, Work on it. There's always a goal, you want for yourself. If it's your health, work on it. Do the work. It is very, very important to always do the work. It is very, very key. Guys, I'm sorry. I'm looking at the time, but it's always very, very key to always have a list and have a plan on how you want to improve on that thing and how it's going to affect your life. If you just list it down, you reflect and you list it down, and you don't know how you want to improve on it, trust me, you're not going to improve on it. But when you know how to improve on it, you know what you can do, which leads into my next point, which is knowing your strength and your weakness. It's very important. Why? Because this will help you to know how to work with the list that you've made. Do you get me? So, it is very key that when you already have your list, okay, can I go to the gym every day? What is your weakness? Can I wake up every morning and go to the gym? You need to be true to yourself. Is it that you are lazy or you don't have discipline? So there are two different things, your weakness and your strength. So you always have to know which one it is. Is it that you are lazy to do that thing, or you can't do it, or you don't have the facility to do it? See, guys, it's always very important to be true to yourself. Very, very important to be true to yourself. So you always need to know what it is that your strength is, what you can do. Is always very key. Is very, very important. Me, I knew that my weakness was seeing clothes. When I see clothes, when I follow certain page, when I'm always on the page, I always want to buy clothes. So I stopped it. I stopped looking at clothes. Oh, this clothes is fine. I stopped going to people that I like their style. I like to buy clothes for them. I stopped it. I stopped it because I know that was my weakness, and I just stopped it. Do you get? So it's always very important. Let me take an example for workouts. Now I knew I had to be accountable. I think it was because, aside from being lazy, I think it was because there was no reason for me to show up, every day to work out. So that's why I didn't work out. I'm currently doing a vlog, like a 15 days vlog on IG. And the one important reason behind me doing that vlog was because I wanted to be working out every day. Honestly, aside from the fact that I've seen creators do it, I'm like, okay, I want to try it. That's like one thing, trust me, one perfect thing that made me start that vlog, and it's working for me. Because I knew if it was me to be posting every day, I can do that. I'm quite consistent to a level if I put my mind to it. So if I'm consistent to a level of filming every day, let me add workout to it. And trust me, it's been great so far. So it's always very important to know your strength and your weakness. What is that weakness that you have that will not make you to do this thing that will improve yourself or improve your life? You need to work it. What's the strength that I have that you can use it to improve yourself? Guys, the next point is to start taking actions and be stable. So it's a different thing if you start taking actions today, Monday, you do it Tuesday, you do it Wednesday, you do it Thursday, you do it for a whole week, and the following week you don't do it. You don't have stability. Yeah, I'm sorry, guys, you don't have stability. So you need to start taking actions and be stable. Slow and steady, they say, win the race. You don't have to be in a rush. I will use my workout as an example because that's like what is happening in my life right now. There was a day I woke up and I was like, I don't have strength today. Do you understand? I don't have strength. And I didn't do it. But the following day, the following week, I started all over again. So you need to be steady. It's okay for you to take a pause, but you need to be steady in whatever that you do, in whatever that goal is, in whatever it is. Start taking actions. That is when you need your strength. Wherever you know that you have strength in, start taking the actions. And when you take the actions, be steady. It's a different thing for you to start something, and it's a different thing for you to keep up. So you need to work on your stability, which is very, very important. Yeah. So the last point is to always take a pause, like I mentioned, and always reflect, review, you know, to know how far you've come. to you improving yourself. If you're just going and going and going and going and going, you don't know how much of yourself that you've improved, which this I can talk from experience because it happened to me. um when I clicked that okay, I want to improve on some things on my life in myself, I was just going, and I had no time to reflect, look back and reflect and say, okay, am I even still on track? Do you understand what I mean? Am I still on track to what I wanted? Am I deviating? Am I on track? What do I need to add more? So it's always very important to reflect on your journey, your self improvement journey. Self improvement is a journey. It's not something you do for a day. It's not something you do for a year. It's not something you do for 3 years. It's just like leveling up. It's not something that you do. It's something that you do over time. That is why you need stability. If you get me, that is why you need stability. So it's always very important for you to take a pause and reflect. When I took a pause for my exercise that day and I thought of it, since I've been exercising, what has changed about me? My mood has improved. Do you understand? I always sit on everywhere that they say, oh, when you exercise, your mood is. I didn't believe it until it happened to me. Do you understand? I took a pause and like, okay, these 4 days that I've been consistent to do, what have I noticed? So it's always very important to take a pause and reflect, review on yourself, like how far you've come, how far you've improved, how far where you are slacking and where you need to work on. Is always very, very important, guys. So, guys, we've come to the end of this video. Please give me a thumbs up if you like this video. Please leave me a comment. I really, really appreciate it. And please don't forget to share my video to someone that you feel might need it. I really, really appreciate it. And don't forget, most importantly, to hit the subscribe button. Please subscribe. I really, really appreciate it. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.